What's up, everybody? Hello and welcome back to another figure review. Today we're gonna have a look at more Dragon Ball SH Figuarts. Wow! It's Trunks again, and if you've seen my other Trunks review, I'm not a huge fan of Trunks. However, I gotta say, I like this design a lot more than his regular denim jacket stuff. I mean, the Saiyan armor is cool, it's classic. That's not the main thing. The main thing is his hair. I like the longer hair. Fancy that. I don't know, I think he looks a lot cooler with it. And as far as this figure goes, this is the new tech, guys. This is the next generation of SH Figuarts, from what it looks like. So I'm really excited about this one. So let's get him out of the package and have a look at SH Figuarts Super Saiyan Trunks. Bandai. Go. And here we go. Super Saiyan Future Trunks in the Saiyan armor. Or whatever you want to call that. So first of all, let's have a look at the height of this guy. I've already pre-measured him. But it's about 15 centimeters. If you want to look to the top of his spike over there. But his head kind of ends at 14 centimeters. So he's between 5 and 6 inches. As you can tell, there's the inches. I made that myself. Very proud of myself. So overall likeness as usual, they don't really miss a beat with those SH Figuarts, while delivering on the look of the figure. Now, paint and detail, there's a couple of issues I got going on. So first of all, there is shading in the hair, a little bit over there, not too fancy. And that's basically the whole theme of the figure. There is some shading going on at some parts, like here on the legs, which I find kind of random. But there's not really anything going on throughout the body, which is a pity, really. I mean, I kind of looked at some of the older Vegetas who also have this armor, and like the old school, the non-Super Saiyan Vegeta has a ton of going on in his chest part and the legs and everything. But the other Super Saiyan Vegeta already had a little bit less, but still more than this guy. So shading is not really there. The paint is clean though, nicely detailed. I mean, it's clean at least. And I also like the wrinkles on, let's focus, like the wrinkles on the gloves and the boots. And having the toe hinges here, nicely detailed. There's no extra lining in the chest part again, which we've seen in the Vegeta. And also a little, is that just me? I kind of think this is way too brown, like these parts. I remember these to be a little bit more orange. You know, that's obviously something that you can debate, because in the manga it's black and white, so they could be like, oh, fucking manga style, even though it's black and white, so basically saying they can do whatever the hell they want. But anyway, the hair is nicely detailed. Got some texturing going on there. And even like his hairband has like a little ribbon over there. Oh, so cute. Just kidding, guys. He's cool. He's way too cool. But another thing about the overall look of the figure, this is just like the color. It's a small little nitpick. I think the armor is way too rounded. It gives him a little bit of a fat look. Because again, I kind of looked at Vegeta and it kind of goes up like more than angle, while this is like pretty round here. Makes him look a little bit fat. I don't know about that. Again, it's not too bad. Maybe it's just me. Once you see it, you can't unsee it. It's my problem. But overall, it's okay. There's nothing terrible about it. But like I said at the beginning of the video, I'm having really high hopes for this guy. But the more I look at him, he's still not bad. But let's keep that for later. Let's have a look at the articulation next. So that moves around side to side a little bit. Goes back, gets blocked by the hair though, but if you could get some hot water, or you want to heat it up a little bit and move it, do that, you can. But it goes up fairly well. Again, this is soft plastic, so you could move that a little bit out of the way, but I think it's good as this. Goes forward quite a bit. You can make him cry about Daddy not liking him. I'm sorry, guy. He's cool. So moves to the side a little bit. Get a little bit of wiggle motion on that. And you have the neck. It doesn't really do that much. Again, just more like, as you can see, it doesn't really go forward that much. All the articulation really comes out of the head. On the ball, double ball, that's this thing. That's where the magic happens. So the elbow joint have the butterfly going on here. I like these things. You can really bring it forward quite a bit. And I think it looks good. It looks somewhat natural. I mean, as natural as an action figure can look. And it goes around all the way. So the shoulders are really great. I like them. Good stuff. And we have swivel over here. You have the elbow joint. Goes up almost all the way. Gets blocked by the bicep, obviously. And we have the fists. Which, recently with this SH Figuarts, it's been the theme of the ball well hidden, meaning not that great of articulation, or the ball in plain sight and just being able to crank the fist or hand whatever way you want to. This is, again, as you can tell, the ball is hidden, so it gets blocked a little bit and you can push it, but at some point it will just snap off. I just want to show you that. Of course, you can just put it back on, nothing breaks or anything. But yeah, overall articulation in the fist is as far as the glove will let it go. So then we have the chest, which is actually super limited. It doesn't really do anything, but I mean, you can wiggle it around a little bit and it goes around. But if you really want the good stuff as far as articulation goes, you can just pull it out like that. So yeah, you can pull that out and get all the motion out of it, but of course you have a huge gap, but you can play around with that if you want to. It just looks pretty funky, if you ask me. But still, that's one of the things where now it looks good, but doesn't have a lot of articulation, but you can pull it out and have all the articulation. And down at the torso, this goes all around. It moves around quite a bit, nicely. I thought this is hard plastic. I thought that would get in the way, but it doesn't really. There's something in there that just moves around. That's good. Much appreciated. So then the legs are kind of... You know, I had the Legacy Goku in my hand earlier, and I thought this one would go out. This one kind of went out a little bit more. It's still alright. I mean, it's not like, oh, this is unacceptable, blah, blah, blah. But it doesn't really go out much more than that. I mean, I tried before and it popped off again. Not breaking. I could reattach it easily, but I'm not gonna force it some more and make it break. Goes forward. Very good. Pretty much all the way up. And same with the back motion. You can have him play soccer. Yay, daddy! And then we have knee joint, which is nicely molded. Looks clean. Looks proper. I like it. No huge gaps going on. And then we got the toe. I mean the foot. The foot with the toe. Which is again is like on a single ball. A single peg basically. But it moves around pretty nicely. Get good motion out of that. But it goes the side to side motion. It's kind of weird. You have to play around with it a lot. It leaves a big gap though, and overall looking at the boot looks pretty thick compared to the other ones. I don't know, I mean it's still good. Nothing, when I say something negative, it doesn't immediately mean, oh, this is crap. I'm here to point out what I think is kind of weird, and you make up your own mind if you agree with me or not. Cool? Cool. So I got classic toe joint, nothing special here. And that's all for movement, articulation. Let's get over to the accessories. So accessory-wise, this guy isn't a killer, but that doesn't really bother me that much because I don't really see the point of having 1 million hands and 1 million energy blasts if you only have one figure, unless you're gonna buy a couple of Trunkses and all have them displayed with all that shit. Anyway, he comes with his regular hair, non-Super Saiyan hair, which I gotta say looks a little bit nicer. However, like there's, again with the shading, there's like one line over here and it just kind of it looks like somebody just sprayed a line over here and was like, it's not really straight, it doesn't really line up. Here's the lops and there's really nothing on this side, almost. Like just at the beginning here. I don't know, pretty random. Again, there's like a random splat over there and no splat over here. What the hell? At least it's dark in there, a darker tone, that's alright. But yeah, not really great on the shading, guys. What happened? Face looks good though. No complaint there. Then we got this Super Saiyan angry gritting teeth face. And this another Super Saiyan angry yelling face. And then we have the classic, one of my personal favorites actually, the crossed arms. I liked it very much, so they can't really do the articulation to make it look really good when he crosses his arms. I mean, you can still, with the butterfly joints, you can still work around and kind of make something happen that's halfway decent. Actually it actually doesn't look that bad, but yeah, if you don't want to do that, you can just have this crossed arm, which you just take off over there and you peg it in there, and it's molded so it really fits to the armor and everything. So that's cool, I like that. And finally, he comes with 2 sets of hands, actually, just the blast hands, and the good old booby grab hands. If you're new to the channel, that's how I call these hands, booby grab hands. Even though that's not, I don't think that's not an official way to say it, but anyway. And that's really all he comes with. So before we're going to get to the final thoughts, I'm going to have a little bit of comparison. So this is the regular Trunks, and this is the new Super Saiyan Trunks. As you can see, the new one is quite a bit higher, quite a bit. I mean, now they're both standing down. And that actually makes sense. Before you go like, oh, you know that this Trunks is like, what, 16 years old, 14 or 16 years old, I don't remember correctly. But he's still like a teenager, and he goes into the room of time and space with Vegeta, where 1 year passes. So obviously, he would grow a lot in 1 year, so that's why this one's taller. But overall, the execution on this one is a little bit better, I think. Again, with the shading going on through the hair, it's a lot cleaner than with the other one. He still looks good, but I prefer this design anyway. So it's time for my final thoughts, guys. What do I think about Super Saiyan Trunks from SH Figuarts? Above average. I had high hopes into this one after the Awakening Goku, and they applied a lot of the new tech, which is good. However, I have a little bit of mixed thoughts as far as the paint goes. It's good, but it could be better. Same thing goes with the accessories. They're good, but they could be better. And that's overall the thing. This figure is good, and I recommend it. It looks good, it has great look, and the articulation works fine. There's nothing bad about it. But when I say over average, it's just like, Awakening Goku was one of the best figures of the last year, hands down. This guy coming out is still good, but I guess my expectations were a little too high, which makes him a still good figure, but not as good as Awakening Goku. There you go. So as usual, guys, thank you very much for watching. If you enjoyed this review, feel free to hit it up with a like and maybe subscribe, so you can stay tuned for more figure reviews, gameplay stuff, and whatever I want. Man, he really does look fat, right? Anyway, goodbye.